outlines international law during situation of state succession or continuation. International law recognizes a state's legal personality by recognizing its identity. This perspective extends even during the period when the given state or country is annexed or occupied by a foreign power. Even in such cases, the legal personality of the state is considered to persist, enabling its subsequent re-establishment. Historical examples dating back to the 18th century include cases like Portugal and Genoa that were re-established after the...
Yes, my Ilka. Yes, James said, okay, super, your first.
Around 5,000 years ago, at the end of Mahabharat War, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization consisted of 10,000 Hindu traditions, or sampradayas, that existed in 56 Hindu nations, 200 Hindu kingdoms, 1,700 Hindu provinces that covered more than 6 million kilometers square of Asia. The Supreme Pontiff...
Microseconds it will take for negativity to disappear in front of Kalabhairava's ferociousness. Not even millisecond.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Yes, Nithyananda also. Nithyananda. So, what a beautiful darshan, and it was though it was a live darshan, but we had the revelation by Swamiji, and it's so powerful that revelation. Understand that whenever Swamiji gives darshan, he gives in every multiple dimension, whether it is the form of cognition, in the form of pranic dimension, or in the form of the dimension which we are not able to cognize. So he is um, enriching his showering us in multiple dimensions, and just through his having the Nayana Diksha, having the glance of him, our energy raises to that super conscious level. So this is the right time when we start manifesting the powers of third eye. And in this round, we'll be manifesting the power of seeing picture blindfolded. So you will be covering your eyes with a blindfold or a piece of cloth or any other ways to, so that light doesn't fall on your two eyes, as we are manifesting the power of third eye. So as you are manifesting with the deep feeling connection with Bhagwan, you'll be entering into manifesting the power of third eye. Through the power of third eye, you'll be seeing every single detail. Yes, understand? Every single detail which will be displayed in the picture. Whether what is the color, what is the actual object itself, any minute details in the picture. You'll be sharing, manifesting, sharing, and everything. So let's get ready to manifest this power of third eye.
Yes, some of the participants already ready with the blindfolds on. Requesting all the participants who are there in the Zoom room, but not on camera, to please join us. Ma Nithyananda, Ma Ko Xiao Lan, Ma Xiao Yu Huang, Ma Nithya Ganambananda, and Xia Feng Yin, Nithyananda, everyone. Let us all gather for the power manifestation. And all the participants on camera, join us as well. Marcia, who seems to be on work. Nithyananda, Ma. It's Ma Mori, Ma Jima, Ma Stephanie, Ma Ling Ling Lu. Join us for the power manifestation. And Ma Yang Yan Hong,
Yes, Nithyananda, all of you.
already prepared.
So you can now cover your eyes. We'll be entering into manifesting the power of third eye. Yes. So you can cover your eyes now and sit with your head, neck, spine in a straight line. And remember Swamiji in your inner space. All that he has showered upon us. All the fears, worries that we were struggling with, just being in the presence of Swamiji, how it has disappeared. How much he has showered and given us with that deep gratitude and surrender. Now let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yes. So keep your eyes closed. We'll be entering into the manifestation. We'll be projecting the image now through the power of third eye. See every single detail in the picture. Let's begin.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham
Now slowly, very slowly, you can remove your eye bands. Yes, you can remove your eye bands and open your eyes. And take a moment and share what was revealed to you through your third eye. And understand, third eye, the power of third eye, is the seat of willpower. So take a moment and share what was revealed to you. in a moment we'll be revealing the image that we had shared before. Yes, please go ahead and share. Without any judgment, without any hesitation, please go ahead and share. All right. So now let's enter into the verification. We'll be projecting the image now so that we can verify our power manifestation. Yes, as you can see, it's a beautiful, looks like a palace with just palm trees in front. You can see chairs, kind of wooden chairs, and it's a beautiful scene, beautiful palace. You can see fountains, small fountains.
The stones in front look polished, reflecting even the building. There's some flower pots or trash cans, might be trash cans, look like flower pots. There's some flags in the background. Yeah, beautiful ornaments and deep blue sky.
So this is the image that we have shared. So anything even related to the image that was revealed to you, that's itself is a power manifestation. So congratulate yourself for manifesting and participating in the power manifestation. So with this, now we'll be moving on to the next session, which is going to be on the collective consciousness. Understand, Swami says that we are not an individual as we think. Actually, we already have Ma Yan Yang Hong, who shares blue sky, or the yellow house, or the yellow stone pillars, tall green trees, yellow egg, yellow object. Yes. So yes, ma'am, very good. You're quite spot on. All the things what you have mentioned is present in the image. So very good. Thank you. All right. So with this, now let's move on to the revelation by Swamiji on the collective consciousness. As Swamiji says that we are not an individual as we think. We are part of the collective consciousness. So let's enter into this revelation by Swamiji on collective consciousness.
I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject is collective consciousness. To tell you honestly, I was always afraid of speaking on this subject because it is too much truth. Man as such can't bear too much of truth. If you give 30 to 40% of truth, he feels okay. More than that, the truth starts transforming him. He gets a little frightened. He feels the ground on which he is standing is just slowly moving away. I tell you honestly, we really don't want truth. If honest truth is given to us, there will be nobody here except empty chairs. The moment honest truths are given, people get frightened. Usually people get frightened. One of the Western philosophers, he writes beautifully that one of his important book's title is, please don't take away the lies, let man live on them, live with them. It is too much to take away all the lies, because lies are the base on which we are living and lying. Again and again, why do you think you want to hide your body with a makeup? You do not want the truth that you have become old. You do not want the truth to be known to everyone. Why do you think again and again dress up in a very color way? And we know for sure all our beauty is just based on the clothes. Not in one way, look in so many ways. First of all, why do you think there is so much of social courtesy? Before starting, we respect each other. When we see each other, we say, nice to see you. If you really feel nice seeing somebody, your whole body will express. You don't have to say it. Why are we trained to say it? We know the truth is something else. We have to hide, and we have to do something. In so many places, neither in the verbal language nor in body language, we can't afford to be truthful. And the truth straight away gives you enlightenment. I tell you, the moment you imbibe any single point of truth or any one dimension of truth, in any way, if you catch only one idea and imbibe it truthfully, honestly, there are so many thousands of ideas. Vivekananda says beautifully, if you memorize the whole library also, nothing will happen to you, except your head becoming a little more big. But if you catch only one idea and try to imbibe it in your being, experience it in your life, your whole life will be transformed. Even a single idea, some one idea. In Tamil Nadu, South India, beautifully they describe 63 enlightened masters' life. There is a book called Periya Puranam. In that they speak about the 63 enlightened masters. If you see their life, there are some masters who have not done anything. Nothing great has happened in their life. All they did is they plucked flowers and offered to some statue of God. That's all. They plucked flowers from garden and offered it to the statue of God. Nothing else. But they achieved enlightenment. It is not what you do is important. How much you are honest to that activity. When they did that, of simple plucking flower and offering to the God, they felt it. They are offering their whole being. They were true. They were honest to that whole action. Now we also pluck flower every day and do all possible things, but we don't get enlightened. All we get is only little more expense to maintain the garden. Why? Because there is no honesty in our action. When I say honesty, truth in your action, when they pluck flowers, they pluck remembering for whom we are plucking, for whom I am taking, for whom I am offering. When we pluck, we are thinking of something else. We are thinking of somebody else. And usually I have seen the people who are doing these regular rituals. Whenever they do their rituals, they will be thinking of something else. Either office or something else. I have always seen. That is why they finish quickly and escape from that room. I have seen the people chant these 1008 names every day. This Vishnu Sahasranama, Devi Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama. All these people, the moment they start chanting, after 3-4 minutes, they will start seeing the number, how much they crossed. Whether they come to 200, 300. Just after 2-3 minutes, they will be waiting when it will come to 900 or 1000. They can't. The honesty or the truth is not there in their action. When these enlightened masters did that, just plucking flower and offering it to some statue, even in that simple activity, there was a total honesty. They wanted it, so they did. They have not done it just for the sake of ritual. They did not do out of fear or out of greed. They did out of their being. Our life is too much filled with lies. From the moment you come out of your bed to till the end of your day, if you scan, it is just filled, corrupted by lies. All your smiles, you smile so that that guy will not be able to understand what you are thinking inside. You don't look into each other's eyes. Why? You are afraid that he will read your mind. Because you can show a big smile in your mouth, but in eyes you can't hide anything. In eyes things can't be hidden. Eyes are just open doors to your being. They say face is the index of your mind. I say eyes are the door to your mind. Straight away you can see what is inside. Straight away you can see what is inside. That is why neither you look into some other's eyes. When somebody looks into your eyes, you put your head down. You don't look into their eyes. You don't look. Because many times you are saying something and thinking something. One great philosophy professor, he asked me, he attended few of my discourses and he lived few days around me. Then he asked me, Swamiji, to give 15 minutes of discourse, I have to prepare at least 1 hour to conduct my regular classes, which I am teaching. Same thing I am teaching every year, every batch of students. But for that itself, to give a 15 minutes of class, I have to prepare at least an hour. Every day I am seeing you, day in and day out, somewhere or other you are addressing. Sometime 2-3 discourses. Today also, noon time we had another discourse in Oracle, the software company. We had a discourse, Time the Ultimate Thief is the second discourse. He says, time day in and day out, continuously hours together you are speaking. And I know for sure you have no time to prepare because I am living around you. I am seeing your routine. How are you continuously able to speak? How are you continuously able to give the ideas? I need at least an hour of preparation. This is the answer. Actually, if your inner chattering is honestly what you experienced. Inner chattering means your thinking. If your thinking and experience is one and the same, you don't have to prepare. Just open up. Whatever comes out is your experience. It's like if somebody asks your name, do you prepare? Or do you carry hints to tell that? No. It's your experience. If something has not become your experience, you have to prepare to deliver a lecture. Be very clear. If you are preparing to deliver a lecture, or if you are afraid of public speaking, be very clear, you are filled with lies. Why do you think we are afraid of public speaking? We are afraid that we may speak what we are thinking. Nothing else. All our fear is, we may just spell out what is going on inside. Without our knowledge, we may just spell out what is going on inside. The only difficulty is, we know so much of garbage is going on inside. Dirt is there inside. Suddenly something may erupt out. Suddenly something may come out. That is why first you need to prepare what you should say. Then you should prepare how you should say. Then you should see that you don't say something else. Then you should be very clear, you remember one by one all the points, next. Otherwise, if you don't remember some one point, you may start talking on your own, which is going to be the truth of what you are thinking. So all our preparation is just to hide what we are thinking. Be very clear, if you are a speaker and you are preparing for your speeches, be very sure what you are speaking is a pure lie. It has not become your experience. It is not become a truth of your being. It has not got internalized in your being. It is just memorized and vomited. What do you think? We prepare so many courteous words. Again and again we say, nice to see you. It is so nice to be around you. It is so nice to spend time with you. Just after that you will say, can I move? It is time. Even though I wanted to spend some time with you, I have some urgent work. You know what you are thinking. A small story. One teacher was walking in the corridor of a school. Students were all greeting her. She simply nodded her head and started telling under her breath, same to you, same to you. One of her colleagues asked, why you don't greet when kids greet you? You just say same to you, same to you. And she said, after all, I was also a student. I know what they are thinking in their mind. What they are thinking in their mind. So whenever you greet, just be aware, underneath your greeting, what is the thoughts going on? What's your thoughts? Just be little aware. How many times you have to edit when you speak? And I tell you, if you are established in only one thing, truth, your inner chattering will disappear. Your inner chattering will disappear. Your thinking will disappear. If you are established just in one thing called truth, if you are completely truthful, you don't have to think and speak. Whenever it is necessary, you can just speak and relax. Why do you continuously think? Not only for lectures or discourses or public speech, even when you go to meet your friend, in the car you will be sitting and thinking. Even when you go to meet your friend, what do? In the car itself you do the rehearsal of the whole show. Now you know what to start, how to start, what to speak. If she asks this question, what to answer. If he asks this question, what to reply and how to take the conversation. You do a complete rehearsal. Practically you do complete rehearsal. When you go there, if he starts talking some other subject, you are lost. You make whole thing mess. That is different. Even to talk to your friend, see, if you have to prepare to talk to your boss, we can understand. It is your profession. You have to be courteous, otherwise you will lose your job. You will lose your job. You will lose your basic needs. That is at least basic need. Forget about it. But we have become so corrupted, even to talk to our friends, even to relate with our family people, continuously we prepare our dialogues. If you are preparing continuously, be very clear, whatever you are saying is lie. Even if you say fact, it is not truth. Saying fact is not truthful. Please be very clear. You can say a same fact with a little bit of changed connotations. It will look like a lie. Or with a little bit of this side, it will look like a truth. Even a lie can be made to truth with a little bit of alterations. In Mahabharata, there is a beautiful story. Son of Dronacharya, Aswathama. Dronacharya was fighting against the Pandavas. Krishna wants to do something to depress Dronacharya, because Dronacharya cannot be killed unless he is mentally depressed or disturbed. This guy wanted to depress Dronacharya. There is no technique, because Dronacharya will get depressed only if the son of Dronacharya dies, because his whole energy is centered on his son. He is not attached to anybody else, anything else, only he is attached to his son, Ashwathama. So, Krishna wants that somebody should give information to Dronacharya that his son is dead. And he knows if anybody or everybody says, Drona will not believe. So he is finding some right person. Who is the right person? Drona will believe. Then he understood. Yudhishthira, or Dharma is the right person because he is considered to be totally truthful. Everyone believes he is a great truthful person. Satyavadi. He never speaks anything lie. He is an honest man. So Krishna wanted Dharmaraja to say in front of Dronacharya that Ashwathama died. But Dharma said, I cannot say the lie. It's a lie. Ashwathama is still alive. I can't say that. Then Krishna said, all right, here is an elephant called Ashwathama. The name of this elephant is Ashwathama. I'll kill this. You just say, the Ashwathama, the elephant died. And when you say the word elephant, I'll blow my conch. So that the Dronacharya will not hear the word elephant. And Dharmaraja said, alright, anyhow I am saying after all a fact. After all I am saying a fact. He said, Aswattama adapunjanaha. Means Aswattama has fallen. Aswattama, the elephant, is dead. When he uttered the elephant, Krishna blew his conch, and blowing the conch means that you achieved the victory. So when Dronacharya heard the dharma, simply he believed and he fell into depression. He lost all the energy, the putra soga. When a son dies, part of your being dies. That is why the putra soga is too much. Even Ravana was bound by the putra soga. It is too much. He just dropped, and they used that time and killed Dronacharya, conquered Dronacharya. You see here, if you see this story, Dharmaraja has not said any lie. He is totally factual but not truthful. Being factual is different than being truthful. He is factual but not truthful. He can't be called anymore as honest person. And the story goes, he used to always walk above the earth. It says that he used to walk 2 feet above the earth. It is not actually real. Just he used to feel so light about himself. He used to fly. He used to fly means, you see, whenever you are in ecstasy, you feel like that you are flying. It is not that physically you are flying. Physically your feet are on the ground. But in a being level, you feel like you are flying. So he used to be in that boundaryless consciousness. The moment he uttered this word, even though it is fact, he came down. The story says, he came down and he lost that boundaryless consciousness. He touched the ground. The honesty is lost. The truth is lost. In our life, why do you again and again say, why do you tell again and again to your wife that I love you? If you are really loving, just your body language will show. You have to remind, not to her, to yourself, that you are supposed to love her. You remind yourself. When you use too many words, be very clear, you are speaking a lie. You are covering a lie with a lot of decoration. With a lot of decoration. Speaking truth is very dangerous. Really, I tell you, it is very dangerous. If you speak truth, you can have space in the world of enlightened people. You will have the space in the other world, but not in this world. It is so dangerous. That is why I never wanted to speak on this subject, collective consciousness. I was always postponing, because this is such a great truth. It is just a pure experience. But then by and by I thought, anything truth will stand logical questions and answers. Will stand logical questions and answers. Will stand logical analysis. See, if you wanted to check something, whether it is gold or not, you put it in the acid. You put it in the acid. Through that you can find out whether it is a gold, pure gold or not. Acid test, they call it. Same way, if you wanted to find out something is pure truth or not, put it into the acid test of logical analysis. simply your logic will fall. When your logic falls for it, realize it is a truth. Anything truth will simply destroy the logic. Means your logic will get so tired, it will drop automatically by itself. I thought if it is ultimate truth, it has to stand all logical questions and analysis, all the theories. It must be able to stand. Only then you can say it is a truth. So I decided to bring these few truths, and I will try to present these few truths to you all in this discourse. But an important thing is the question answer. After that, how much you are able to question, that much only you will be able to internalize. See, my discourse is like a reading menu card in the hotel. Question answer is like eating. If you are satisfied just with menu card, it is up to you. Or if you want to eat and internalize it, that is also up to you. Now I am going to present few great truths about the collective consciousness, which may surprise you, or you might have heard of this truth. Whatever it may be, whether it is new or old for you, try to analyze as much as possible. Try to analyze till your logic feels tired, till your logic falls. Try to analyze till your logic falls. First thing, all your minds are not individual, separate pieces of the universe. It is all one and the same. All your minds are interlinked. Not only interlinked, directly affects each other. That is what we call collective consciousness. It straight away affects each other. Your thoughts are just as infectious as your cold. Your cold. People may escape from your cold. It is not so infectious, but your thoughts are much more infectious than cold. If you catch cold from somebody, you may suffer only few days, that also physically. But when you catch thoughts from people, not only you suffer mentally, you suffer forever. It's not only mentally, you suffer forever. Same way, anything you think affects the people who are staying around, and not only people who are staying around, whomsoever is living in the planet Earth, they are touched by your thoughts. Understand? Now, naturally, our intellect will resist. How can this be true? Receive all these things. Now we will then, later on the question and answer session, we will analyze it one by one, inch by inch. First truth, I declare, all of us are not different beings, different minds. We are all totally interlinked, closely networked. Any of my thought can transform you. Any of your thought can touch me. We are not watertight compartmented. We are not separate individuals. You are not an island. please be very clear, you are not an island. There is only one thing called collective consciousness. Next truth, not only in the mental level, even in the deeper conscious level, the more deep you go, the more deeply you are connected. The more deep you go, the more deep you are connected. Sachidananda, get that NSP diagram. I'll try to explain a simple truth. Please understand, this is the physical layer, physical body. This is the pranic body, the second level, third level, fourth level, fifth, sixth, seventh. You have the 7 layers of bodies. In the physical layer, for example, the physical level, you are here. I am here. And God is here. If you come down a little bit to the pranic level, you see, in the physical level, the distance is too much. In the pranic level, if you come down to a little subtle level, pranic level, the distance between you and me is reduced. Here the distance is too much. Here it is reduced. And if you come down a little more, the mental level, again the distance is little less. If you come down a little deeper and deeper, the distance between you, me, God. When you come down, when you go a little deeper and deeper, the more deeper you go, the distance is less. The more deeper you go, the distance between you, me, God will be reducing. In the end, the deeper level, there is no distance. You, me, God, everything is just one and the same. Only in the physical level.
Everybody can hear, sir. Really.
Take another mic, no? Take the other mic. Take the other mic.
In the physical level, the distance is too much. In the pranic level, distance is little less. And in the mental level, distance is little less. It is getting reduced. The more deeper you go, the more sensitive you grow. The distance is reducing. The distance is getting lesser and lesser. In the end, nirvanic body, you, me, God, all the three are one and the same. There is no distance. The physical level, you are different entities. When you feel in tune or when you start loving somebody intimately, their suffering or joy can affect you. Why? Because the distance has become very less. It can simply come in or go out of your being. Their suffering can come into your being or their joy can come into your being. In a little deeper level, you don't have something called individual identity. You are just a part of collective consciousness. That is why many times you do not want suffering but you are not able to escape from suffering. Again and again, whether it is physical disease or a mental depression or the spiritual bondage, even though you don't want, you have to undergo the suffering because you are not clear-cut enough. You are not aware that you are part of the collective consciousness. The moment you become aware, you don't have an individual identity. You are part of collective consciousness. You don't have a separate ego except your identities, your intellectual understanding. In existence, there is no such thing called your separate individual entity exists. When you realize that, you just go beyond sufferings, depression, and diseases. Understand this one thing. As long as you have the concept, you are individual, the individual consciousness. As long as you have individual consciousness, whether physically or mentally or in being level, spiritually, you will be continuously suffering. Why do you think continuously you are resisting the nature? Whatever nature offers, you resist. There is a beautiful saying, man as a rule is a fool when it is hot asking for cool, when it is cool asking for hot, always asking what is not. Always asking what is not. When it is cool, you resist. You think you are different from the existence. I have seen the sannyasis, enlightened masters, living in Himalayas with just this normal cloth, in the cold, in the snow. And I myself lived years. Never body was disturbed. Never body was disturbed. Because I never had the thought that I am different from the nature. Only when you start thinking you are different from the atmosphere or the existence or the air which is there near you, you start resisting it. A very simple thing. Just now you can practice. If you are feeling cold, just relax and observe, witness in which area you are feeling cold. In that area, don't resist the atmosphere, don't resist the air, don't resist the temperature, don't resist the existence. In that area, just say to yourself, I am not going to resist the nature. I am not going to resist the existence. Let me relax. Just consciously decide and relax. In few minutes, the idea of cold will disappear. It may look, immediately what we do is, we put the next extreme question. Can we do this in the time of snow and can we survive? Because our mind always goes to extremes. You can, if you can do it totally. And you don't have that much of totality. We don't have that much of clarity. If we can relax, fall in tune with nature so much, simply you can live. Because human beings are living. When they all can manage, why not us? When you think you are something separate from the nature, nature disturbs you. And one more thing, in the air, all possible bacteria and viruses are there. Any moment, any disease can affect you. Any disease can happen to you. As long as you feel in tune with the existence, even if they come inside your body, they just leave. The moment you start thinking that you are somebody individual, separate from the existence, you are something different, then the whole becomes your enemy. You see, you are a part and everything is a whole. If you feel in tune with the whole behaves as a friend. The moment you start thinking, the moment you start discriminating and start behaving with the whole, today I'll share a few ideas about our mind and the way in which our reactive mind works, the way in which we think, why we think the way we think, and one technique, a simple technique to make our thinking much better than what it is now. Ancient rishis, ancient masters have done a lot of research on mind, how it works and how we can develop, how we can use the system in a much more better way, how we can handle it for our success in a much more better way. They have discovered a lot of techniques and methods to use the power to express the power of the mind in the outer world and how to create that energy, how to create that power in the outer world. First thing, again and again, the rishis emphasize, what will present 2-3 truths to you, then you will analyze those truths with our question answers. Then we will go for a technique to make that truth into practical reality. First I'll present few truths, few researches, and then we'll analyze it with a question answer, then we'll go for a practical technique to make it as a reality. I was mentioning you that ancient masters are inner scientists. Scientist means a person who discovers something new and creates a formula to reproduce the same thing in the outer world. Master is a person who discovers something in the inner world, something new in the inner world, and creates a formula to reproduce the same experience in others. The scientist and master both are living the same way of life. Only one difference. The scientist is expressing himself in the outer world. Master is expressing himself in the inner world. I'll try to present few truths discovered by them. Then we'll analyze them with our question answers. Then we'll go for some practical technique to experience that great truths expressed by the masters. First thing, our world, whatever you think as the world, is made of the same stuff in which our dreams are made. Please be very clear. There is an important statement. The world which you see is made of the same stuff in which your dreams are made. This statement, if you understand, this statement, if you understand, you can use this statement for many purposes. One, the power with which you create your dreams. If you know how to create it, with that same power, your dreams can express in the real world, because your dreams are the potential energy, or your dreams are the real energy out of which the whole world is created. Next thing, whatever you are seeing is created by you. So naturally you have the capacity, you have the independence, you have the right to change the whole thing. We always think our life is an accident. No, it is not an accident, it is incident. If you understand this one statement, the world is made of the same stuff in which your dreams are made. So many ways your life can change. First thing, your visualization, your thinking pattern, your imagination with which you create your dreams, that will be regularized. You will not waste too much of energy in contradicting dreams, the self-contradicting imaginations. Most of the time, we create imaginations or dreams which contradicts itself, through which we create a lot of confusion, a lot of difficulties. The next thing, the moment the power wasted in the unnecessary imaginations, if it is conserved, the energy which is wasted in unnecessary dreams, if it is conserved, if it is put to the proper use, the real life or the reality what you see will be much better than what you live as on now. The next thing, you will have an important ability, the power to realize your dreams, and above all, whatever you see as a reality is nothing but one more dream. Two things, the capacity to make your dreams into reality, and realizing all the reality is nothing but your dream. These two will transform your whole life. The capacity to realize your dreams, that is what we call energy, power, which is necessary to live the whole life, which is necessary for the outer world, the power of intention, the power of creative visualization, the power of constructive visualization, the power to use your dreams. All these things are very important to live the life beautifully, to create whatever you want in your life, to achieve whatever you want in your life, to create the energy and the mood to live to achieve, to get whatever you want. The next thing, an important thing which science has missed, the intelligence to realize whatever you see as a reality is nothing but your dream. Only when you understand that, you settle down with yourself. As long as you have only one part of the understanding, you need to understand two things. The capacity to make your dreams into reality, and realizing the reality is nothing but your dream. The other day, one of my friend, a doctor, American doctor, his name is Dr. Murali Krishna, he was talking to me, he was sharing an important thing. When I was speaking about the same concept, he told me, Swamiji, in our brain we have something called D spot, where the pleasure chemicals, the dopamine is created. That pleasure chemicals can be activated just by imagination. You can activate and make that chemical happen in your brain just by imagination. You don't even need whatever we think as reality. I was telling them, that is what the rishis say. Whatever you experience in the name of reality, if you go a little deep, you will understand it's only the higher level dream, not the reality. There are two things. One is collecting all the arguments and passing judgment. Another one is having a judgment, collecting arguments to support that judgment. Most of the time in the world, we have judgment. Then we start collecting arguments to support the judgment. Now we take it for granted. As such, this world exists. Then we go on collecting only arguments to support that judgment. In the beginning, you decide what you see is reality. Then you start collecting arguments to support that judgment. We never question our assumptions. In many places, we assume many things comfortably without even bothering if our basic assumptions are right or wrong. That is the reason we don't use the power of mind. Our mind has got so much of power. Understand this one example. In the dream, you dream. In the night time, you dream something. In the dream, you can see, you have the capacity to create a whole world. Your whole dream world is just created by you. You open up, create, live as long as you want. When you want to wind up, you just pack the whole thing. Can you imagine you have so much of power to create a world? You have so much of energy and capacity to create a world. If you can create a world with this mind, you can do wonders. Only thing, we do not know how to tap that energy, how to use that energy, how to bring that energy into a real life. Look into your own being. So many times, again and again, you experience the power of your mind. But the difficulty is, from the beginning, you are brought up with some particular concepts. Because of those few particular concepts, you miss miracles which is continuously happening in your life. One small example. Sometimes, when the cell phone rings, suddenly you will remember some friend's name whom you have not seen for years. When you pick up the phone, you will see that he will be on the line. When your house bell rings, calling bell rings, suddenly you remember somebody's name, some friend's name. When you go and open the door, you will be standing there. Same way, you are in the party, talking, laughing, enjoying. Suddenly you will think that something is going to happen after a few minutes. Somebody is going to come and somebody is going to leave. Simply after a few minutes, you will see that person is coming. Suddenly, beyond your intellect, beyond your logical system, something will erupt from your being and you will see that it becomes reality. How many of you have experienced this kind of incidents? At least once in a... You can see. If it happens in one person's life once, then you can say it's a coincidence. You understand? If it happens in somebody's life rarely, then you can say it's a coincidence. In so many persons' life, so many times it has happened, then how can we call this as a coincidence? No. It is not coincidence. Without even your knowledge, your being is trying to express its capacity. Your being is much more than what you think. You are much more than what you think. Your capacity, your energy, your power is much more than what is told to you. From the beginning, from the young age, you are brought up with some particular ideas. Your mind means this is the capacity. Your body means this is the capacity. This, you are taught. I should share one of my experience. I was living with the Indian tribes, a group of tribes in India. You will be shocked. People give birth to kids without pain, without medicine, without any attendant. It is their regular life. I myself have seen some deliveries. They give birth to kids, no attendant, no pain, no medicine, nothing. Just an open place, a small hut. The person goes inside, comes out with a baby. I was shocked. I asked them, don't you have pain? Don't you feel pain? They said, pain? Why? Why we should feel pain? I was just shocked. They don't even know the idea of pain. Even after talking to them, 4 or 5 days, I was not able to make them understand there is something called pain exists. And I tried my heart to convince them, but they were not able to understand. They said, pain? Why? Why should there be? From the beginning, they are not taught there's something called pain. Happens to them. I was shocked. Then I understood how many times we undergo the word pain, suffering. How many times we hear those words? How many times it gets recorded into our system? How many times it goes? Actually, when these words go into our system again and again and again, that creates an idea. This is the situation means you have to respond like this. If this is the situation, you have to respond like this. You create an idea, you create an image, how you are supposed to respond, and you exactly do it in the same way. And I was shocked. Then I studied some time with them and learned some of their techniques, how they respect life, and how they respect women, how they respect their understandings, means the knowledge, the ancient masters' techniques, the techniques of the ancient masters. Then I tried to apply with the modern day people. Of course, we are successful in creating a beautiful system called painless delivery. Without pain, people are able to give birth to kids. We are successfully doing it. Actually, after this success only I understood. This only one zone there is only one line, then in how many ways we are creating unnecessary sufferings and unnecessary boundaries to ourselves by believing we are too small. And there are so many understandings which needs to be questioned. In so many ways, you need to analyze. As I was telling you, I come back to the first statement. The world is made of the same stuff in which your dreams are made. As of now, much of our dreams are just waste. The daydream or night dream. Night dream is not under your control. Again, daydream is also not totally under your control. The track is under your control, but the moment you fall in track, you are just lost. Only the starting point is under your control. In the night dream, neither the starting point nor the dream is under your control. The whole thing goes on in its own way. But the daydream, the starting point is under your control. You can choose whether you want to think about this subject or that subject. If you hit some point about which you don't want to think, you come back and you change the track. You can understand, even in the daytime when you are sitting and lost in some thinking, suddenly you wake up. I should not think about that. If you remember somebody, some person, some situation about which you are not happy, you come back. You think, oh, let me think something else. You change the track. The daydreaming, only the major points are under your control. In the night dreaming, nothing is under your control. We waste too much of energy, too much of our power, what we call Shakti. In Sanskrit we call Shakti. Too much of our power and energy is just wasted in the dreams which is not directed. Now they are coming up, even in the West it is getting popular, harvesting the power of your dreams. You can use the power of dreams the night time, especially in the night time, before going to the sleep. If you just contemplate on some problem which you wanted to find solution and just fall asleep, I assure morning you will have the solution. For sure you will have the solution. All you need to do is just trust your mind. It has got capacity. See, it is your mind which creates the trouble. The mind will naturally have the power to solve the trouble also. It is our mind which creates all the problems. And naturally it has got power to solve the problems also. When it can create, can't it solve? It can solve. All you need to do is just trust you can do. Next, contemplate on that problem before going to the sleep. Because before you fall asleep, whatever you think will directly go into your unconscious. And it will be processed whole night. It will be processed whole night. Early morning, you will see that you will have the clarity. We don't know the power of the dreams. The dreams are so powerful. Many times you come upon the dreams which can give you the guidance, help about your future. We don't recognize. People ask me, Swamiji, how to find out which dream is a guiding dream or which is just a vague dream. Please tell me. See, this is the technique, this is the scale. Morning when you wake up, when you remember your dream, if you can remember it vividly in color, multicolor, if you can remember it vividly in multicolor and try to bring back that same smell which you experienced in the dream, try to bring that same smell back to your mind. If you can feel that smell and see vividly in multicolors, be very clear, it is a guidance for you. It is the message for you from your being. when you get up from your dream, when you get up from your sleep, if you try to remember and you are not able to remember it so vividly, you can't bring it in the 4 color, it is only 2 color, black and white, then be very clear, it is just out of your fear and greed. There is no message in that dream. Anything related to your fear and greed will be just black and white. Anything related to your being, intelligence, will be very vivid and solid, sharp. Even in this world, not only in that world, even in this world, if you look your life a little deeper, anything related to your intelligence means the way in which you are supposed to live. Anything related to your being, anything which is going to make your being blissful, anything which is going to be the path for your life, you will see those memories when you close your eyes and remember them. There will be a solid visualization. There will be a solid light. If it is based on your fear or greed, the moment those thoughts come up, you can feel that uneasiness within your being. Of course, I am speaking very subtle truths. If you are a little introspective, if you are working with your mind, if you are already a little meditator, little bit of meditation, or yoga something, if you are exposed to this line a little bit, you can understand what I say. The moment you get some thoughts based on fear or anxiety, immediately you can feel butterfly in the stomach. Because there is an energy center in the navel which is directly related to your depression or the worry. There are many energy centers in our body which is directly related to some of our emotions. And if we can handle these emotions, the proper technique, what I call meditation, with the proper techniques, you can express, you can open up new dimensions or powers which is in your being. Even in your day-to-day life, even in your so-called day-to-day life, any thought, any energy which is going to help you, the moment you remember them, you will have a very ease, cool feeling inside your being. The thoughts which is not yours, which is just imposed upon you, sometimes thoughts can be imposed upon you without even your knowledge. It is imposed upon you through advertisements. Media gives you a lot of ideas which is not yours. It is imposed upon you without even your knowledge. You are just beautifully exploited without even you realizing that you are exploited. Many of these cosmetic products, these advertising agencies, they know where you should be touched. And the sex is the weakest point. That's the reason any product aimed towards the youngsters, you will see very clearly the sex appeal. Because directly it goes and gets recorded into your being. You are exploited without even you knowing you are exploited. If we can be a little more intelligent in our thinking system, whenever you sit, you relax, or whenever you think, whether you are driving, or sitting and talking to your friend, or reading, just try to witness your thinking system. Just try to create a little gap between you and your thoughts. Just if you can create a little bit gap between you and your thoughts, you will realize you are creating self-contradicting dreams. Means you are draining your energy. First there will be a thought, I should go to this place and see him. Immediately there will be a next thought, no, let me not go there. I don't think it is going to work out. Before you even consciously know what is happening in your mind, there will be self-contradicting thoughts. these self-contradicting thoughts, continuously when it happens inside your being, you live in a space, what we call in Sanskrit. In Sanskrit we call that space as Hiranyagarbha. Means chaos, ultimate chaos. You are neither interested towards moving this path, nor in that path. You continuously create thoughts for both sides. You continuously feed this side and this side both. I've seen many times people coming and asking me, Swamiji, should I sit here and attend the discourse? If I tell them, all right, sit here and attend, immediately all the arguments, why they should not sit, will line up in their mind. No, I have this work, I have this, I have that, I have to do that, I have my class, I have to go here, I have to go there. If I tell them, no, you can go and attend your programs, you attend your classes, attend your things, immediately all the arguments, why they should sit here, will come up in their mind. No, if I go away, I will miss all these things. This is more important. Why I should sit here, better I will sit here. Your mind is such, you stand any side, we create such a thinking system. Stand any side. The other side, all the arguments will stand. Continuously, we are in a space called dilemma. This side and this side and this side and this side. At least 10 minutes, if you can take for yourself, every day. You see, we give appointment to so many persons. We give appointment to so many persons, but we don't give appointment to ourselves. Just 10 minutes. You don't have to do anything. Take appointment with yourself. Sit with yourself and just see how your mind is wandering. Please don't try to control. Meditation has nothing to do with controlling. Meditation has nothing to do with controlling. Just see how you watch the TV. Just like that, see. Create a small gap between you and your thinking system. You will understand. You will understand the reality, or whatever you think as reality, is nothing but it is just made of your dreams. Above all, you will understand what I say by the word self-contradicting dreams. Without even your knowledge, you are continuously hurting yourself. You are continuously hurting yourself without even you being aware of it. See, all our suffering, we should understand one thing. In the East, we believe even accidents are your creation. Even accidents are invited by you. I was shocked actually when I first read this. I thought, how can accidents be created by us? Surely nobody wants accidents. How can that be true? How can we create accidents? And why anybody will try to create accident in their life? But slowly, when I started meditating, when I started analyzing how minds work, then I realized the great truths. Even accidents are our creation. I tell you, there are few truths which is beyond logic, which cannot be shared logically, but which can be realized by meditation. For example, one guy he's a born blind. He went to a doctor and asked, "Doctor, can you help me and give me vision?" Doctor said, "Surely, I'll do some surgery. Then you will have your eyes back. You'll be able to walk without your stick." That blind person asked, "Doctor, I understand you will do surgery. I understand I'll have my vision. But I don't understand, how can I walk without stick?" Doctor said, "If you have your eyes, you don't need stick, you can walk." He started arguing, No. Eyes are different and walking with stick is different. Because he was using the stick because he was using the stick all his life. Slowly he started thinking, stick is a basic necessity for his walking. He forgot. He's using the stick because he doesn't have eyes. He can't see. This person can't be convinced. You can't intellectually make him understand. You can't make him realize intellectually he can walk without stick. Only if he gets his eyes. Only then he can understand. Yes, I can walk without sticks. Same way, I can walk without stick. He will realize only when he gets his eyes. Same way, only when you create a little bit of gap between you and your thinking. If you can witness your thinking, you will understand. We are continuously creating self-contradicting words, self-contradicting visualizations, self-contradicting dreams in our life. Because of this, we create accidents. We waste, not only apart from accidents, we waste much of our energy. It's like in our meditation camps, I do a small game, a small play. I give a topic to one person. He is supposed to create arguments for both sides. It's like a debate. Same person will be creating argument for this side and that side. Two chairs will be put. In one chair he has to sit and speak all the arguments supporting. And in the other chair he has to sit and speak all the arguments, opposite side arguments. It's a very simple game. You can try in your house. You will understand. This is what we are continuously doing in our life. You sit in the chair and speak for this chair. And you go and sit in that chair and you speak for that chair. Continuously, inside our mind, if you create a little bit of distance, you will understand. Continuously, we are creating self-contradicting visualizations. And your visualizations, your dreams are so powerful, it directly impacts the outer world. Straight away, it creates an impact on the outer world. Now, the other day I was reading a book, beautiful book, Messages from Water. In that book, the doctor, the person who did the research with water, he did a beautiful research on water. And I think he has done a big service to the Western logical mind by proving the power of thoughts, by proving what happens in the outer world because of your thoughts, what can be done by your thoughts. He says he took a glass of water and he just sat in front of that water and started chanting, started repeating the word love, peace, love, peace, love, peace. After 15 minutes, he looks at that water through crystal and microscope and he photographs that, how it looks. And he takes another glass of water. He uses the same words, anger, violence, all those words. Then he sees that glass of water through crystal. Then he takes a photograph. If you see those photographs, you will be shocked. The photographs of the love and water is so peaceful, beautiful, so clear. You feel like seeing it. The photograph of anger and violence, even by seeing that photograph, you feel like turning the next page. And you will be shocked. And he has done a little more research. How the water responds to our thoughts. Finally he says, water simply changes its whole quality based on your thoughts. And one more important thing which you should know, 80% of our body, 80% of our being is filled with water. So your thoughts are directly playing major role. Your dreams are playing a major role in creating your real world. Your real world. and he comes to a conclusion. Why in the East people use mantra? Why in the India people again and again repeat some particular word? Again and again they repeat a particular word to create a particular mood and energy in the person. Actually, when I read that book, I understood really what happens when a person repeats some word. The power of word, power of your thinking, power of your visualization, power of your dreams. You can't imagine the power of your imagination. You can't imagine the power of your imagination. We have so much of power, so much of energy with our imagination, with our visualization. Not only we don't use it, we are misusing it. Any energy unguided will naturally become misguided. Either it should be guided or it will become misguided. All misguided energy is going to be dangerous for our being. It is going to be dangerous. We continuously create self-contradicting visualizations. It's one thing. Understand this, only one thing. At least 10 to 15 minutes, give a gap. Take 10 to 15 minutes per day. Sit with yourself and create a gap between you and your thinking. Just see how your thinking is moving from this side to that side. What you are doing. Or you can do one more exercise. Take a tape recorder and just speak out whatever is coming. Without logically analyzing, suppressing, just speak out. Then play the tape recorder and transcribe it. Then try to read. If you read, you will understand how big lunatic asylum we are running inside our mind. It's a big asylum we are running. Self-contradicting thoughts, self-contradicting visualizations, self-contradicting imaginations. If we create a small gap, that is enough. Automatically your visualization will be brought in a line. It will be put in a track. You will be in a clear path. Actually, the more you create a gap between you and your thinking system, the more you become witness, more you will become intelligent. You will not be just taken away. You will not lose your balance by this chaos which is happening inside our system. As of now, all our decisions are done only in the reactive mood, not with a clarity. Continuously, some information comes to your being, you process. When you process in such high speed, you just miss the information and miss it. Many times we miss the whole thing, come out with some other solution, that's all. The information which comes inside is something else. The decision which goes out is something else. Because too much of information are processed. You process too much of information in a very short time. You don't create gap between you and your thinking. Once in a while, at least 10-15 minutes, sit and witness your thoughts. How it moves, how you are thinking, how things are happening. Please don't try to control, don't try to suppress. Just allow the thoughts moving. Then you will understand you are creating self-contradicting thoughts. Our thoughts are the main cause for all our struggles and difficulties and problems, and because it is unguided, it becomes misguided and creates a lot of confusion in our being. Above all, we are not realizing the true potential energy of our being. just create a gap between you and your self, your thinking. You will realize the word. Your dreams are made of the same stuff in which your world is made. Or your world is made in the same stuff in which your dreams are made. If you understand this one statement, you can alter your whole world. Whatever is your world, it can be just transformed because it is in your hands. The moment you understand this one statement, you have a possibility of transformation in your life. You'll analyze this one statement and how we can apply this statement in our day-to-day life with your questions.
Yes. Just this one statement, if we analyze it, if we apply it, can help us transform our whole life. Our dreams are made out of the same stuff as our waking state is also made. Our waking state is made of the same stuff as our dreams are also made. We can shape our life the way we want. And we can simply wake up with a firm decision, with the recognition that this waking state is also just one more dream. With this, we have arrived at the end of this day of Paramashivoham.
So again, we'll be back tomorrow with another exciting session. So for now, we'll bring our hands on the sky and let's finish with the Pur mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyanandam. Yes, thank you. Thank you everyone. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam everyone.